Hey you guys, it's your girl Beauty by CD. If you want to see how I got this look with this frontal unit, custom made by me, and this beat down, I want you to stay tuned to my video. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my channel, Beauty by CD. Hey you guys, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. So I'm going to start my face by priming it with this Nakia K Ultra Smoothing Primer. Then I'm going to get my baby hairs laid down so I can get my wig on. I'm using the Shekinah Edge Control. Got this at the hair show. And here is my unit, custom made by me. It is a full frontal, 613, 3 bundles at a frontal. Place your orders, franklyweaves@gmail.com. So I'm going to get it together and get it ready. I used a spandex dome cap. So I'm taking off the excess because you don't want that in the frontal area. I'm using a elastic band just to measure the elasticity of it because you want to make sure it has a nice grip. You want to make sure that it's going to sit on your head pretty well. So you're going to sew that down accordingly. You're using it, sewing it side by side as close to the ear area as possible. Then I'm going to remove this lace because you no longer need it. If it's time for you to wear your frontal, go ahead and cut that lace off and don't cut it too close to the edge. You leave yourself a little bit of lace because you want to use that as a foundation for your baby hairs if you want to. I got pretty close on mine, but I know that this is going to go to someone, so I didn't have to do that. So behind the scenes, you guys, I went ahead and I added some wig combs because it wasn't sitting right, so I can show you how this hair was going to be. So for the sake of this video, I completed everything and just added clips. I added one in the middle, so right where the frontal area would be, and then a clip in the back in the nape. So now I'm going to snatch up this hair because I want to get ready for this beat down, you guys, so it's not in the way. And we're going to be using colors, and because this is blonde, the color will transfer all over. So I'm just shifting and pulling with frontals, you guys. No one tells you that they are work. Yes, they are. You will have to shift and pull and customize and do all these good things just to make sure that your frontal looks good. It's not one size is created equal for everyone. You have to make it your own. So if you get a frontal or you have a stylist, just go ahead and have them custom make it for you. This one is going to be shipped off to someone. So I'm not going to do too much alteration, but right there behind the ear is where it would get cut off to be perfect for that person who's going to wear it. All right, so continuing on, I am going to get ready for the foundation, and this is by NARS. It's All Day Luminous, and my color is New Guinea. It's a very, very nice foundation. It's a little on the pricey side, but well worth it. It's probably better for the winter time. I mean, this makes your skin look picture perfect. It will give you such great lubrication. It's very emollient, so you want to use it very little. It goes a long way. So next I'm going to be using this NYX Face Duo. It's a sculpt and highlight. I'm trying to talk fast to get it all in. The light color and then this dark color. The darker color is labeled 20W. So whatever comes with the 20W is the lighter color, which mine is rubbed off, so I can't tell you. So I'm highlighting the areas that usually gets highlighted, you guys. And that's what it is. So I'm doing nice little triangles under my eyes. I'm also going into contour with this darker color, this 20W. And I'm using these brushes that are similar to the artisan brushes, but these are not. I got these off of Groupon, and to me, it does just a good job. It's very soft, and I like the way that they kind of smooth and glide on your foundation. Everything just kind of melts into the skin, and it's not abrasive. You would think that's a little hard because you think brush, you think bristles, but they're not really bristle-like. It's very, very soft. Like, you would have to try it to understand. Got these on Groupon. It's on my Instagram in case you want to see where I got them. So I'm just using those brushes. They come in about 12 or 10 sets, 10 pieces per set. So now I'm just using this tiniest one, and I'm using that to contour my bridge of my nose. It's perfect to do like those very detailed areas. Look how that just slides against my nose. And now I can do the hollows of my cheek. And I just love them. So now I'm using an eyeshadow base by NYX, and it's the color Tan. And I'm just getting that all over my lid. And this brow pencil happens to be by Maybelline. It's called Master Precise Skinny. And I just use that to get my eyebrows in formation. And as you see, I'm tracing the outline first, and then I go up in strokes. Once I get the strokes down, I go in and I use a angle pencil brush to kind of like just brush them out. You want to brush them out and then go back in and fill out any areas that are missing. Do it in pieces because you can mess up your eyebrows. And if you already have your eye portion on, it's going to be a mess to kind of like take that down and recreate your brow. If you want to see a full detailed tutorial on how I get my brows very defined, I have one here on YouTube. Just look for that video under my name, Beauty by CD, Define Brows, I think it is. So next I'm using this Shea Moisture palette. It's like a create your own palette. And I didn't even know Shea Moisture had a shadow line. So anywho, I'm going into the first color, and the first color was this green color. It's like a lime green. It's called Elsa. And I'm following that by using that big palette of shadows was BH Cosmetics, and I use a light brown as my transition color in my upper crease. And now I'm using an NYX powder just to kind of get my eyes ready for a lot of color. I don't want any fallout, so I use that underneath there. It's a little lighter, but it's fine. It's going to brighten up that highlight color. So now I'm going back into my Shea Moisture colors, and I'm using the darker colors called Claudia. I guess she named all of them by female names, and I'm using that for my outer crease area to make it a little deepen, and I'm doing both sides. I like to go back and forth, so I'll do one eye, then I'll go back and I'll do another eye just to make sure it's kind of looking the same and that I'm using the same colors. So now I'm going into this blue color, which is really pretty. Her colors are very vibrant. It's called Dasi. And I like to take my shadows and like pull them down so that way most of the color payoff gets on my lid. Next, this very blue, almost purple color is called Naomi. And I use that on the corners to give my eyes a little bit more depth. And I'm going to blend that into my outer V and bring that over just a little bit to create this nice marriage of colors. And you want to make sure that when you have all these colors going on, I have 3 colors here, and if you feel like they went out, just go back into your same colors that you use to blend, and use different fluffy brushes, blending brushes, so that you're not like getting colors I guess mixed to create a muddy look. You want them to be clean. So next I'm using this black track eyeliner. I'm doing top and bottom lash lines just so I can make this look pop out a little bit more. Now I'm going into the NYX and I'm using this light shimmer color. I will let you know what the name is. And I'm going into this private label foundation. It's not foundation, I'm sorry, it's powder. And I'm just using that to kind of get those warmer colors in. I went back into my highlighted area to make sure that it's warmer. And remember that contour that I did, I'm using the darkest color in the palette to go in and give myself a little bit more of a richer contour with powder. So you don't have to always do it with the liquid. You can go back in and like deepen it later on with your powders. So now you guys, I just use a little bit of the same colors of the palette. I like to mix so that way it kind of gives me a nice warm color. This blush that I'm using is called Ambering Rose. It's one of MAC's, I guess, more popular colors. It is a shimmer tone. It already has some shimmer, and I like that because it warms up my highlighted areas. And I wanted to also get ready to use more shimmer, and I'm using this color called Gold Deposit. It's a MAC mineralized skin finisher, and it's called Gold Deposit, and it's very nice against brown skin. It gives you more of a gold bronze look. You got to be careful with all the glows and the shimmers that are going on, because it can give you a very ashy look. I do like the Anastasia look, but I feel like sometimes when I look back in videos that it might have given me a little bit of an ash. So anyways, for me, I like to go back and forth and just fix whatever might need to be fixed, and just kind of correct certain things. So I just use MAC's deep dark powder to like matte my face out. And this is a cargo blush that I'm using on the bulbs of my cheeks, you guys, and it's a beautiful, beautiful color. It's picture perfect, and it's called Pink Shimmer. Now I'm going into the Makeup Artist Choice. It's Maybelline's Great Lash. It used to be a Makeup Artist Choice back in the days, but it's since been updated a couple of times, and the brush now is like this diamond shape, and I like it. It gives me what I need and gives me a lot of coverage. Next, I'm going to line my lips with MAC's, I believe it's Cork, and I'm going to use AJ Crimson's Nude Lip Stick here, which is very, very beautiful. Such a nice nude color. I think this one is called Selfie. He has a couple more. So now I'm going between those lashes. It's also part of my line. If you want mink lashes, hit me up. Gently picking it off by the corners and adding duo to it. Make sure when you use duo that it gets a little tacky, meaning you let it sit for a minute or two and then you apply them, because once you apply your lashes, you want to make sure that they stick and not fall off. If it's not tacky, it will slide and fall off. It will be one mess. If it's tacky, it will go on and just stick on. I have my little fan there, as you can see, ready to get the job completed. So now time to get this frontal information. So I'm using Gotta Be gel. First I used a spray, and now I'm using the gel. And the gel, you gotta use very little, and it's very sticky, so you want to make sure you have some water handy or some wipes to get your hands clean, because once you apply it, you don't want to use the same fingers because it's going to stick onto everything. That's why I had this towel nearby. You want to dry it off a little bit, but you can apply it wet. Again, just like the lashes, make sure it's a little tacky so that way it can stick. And you can dry this with a blow dry if you like. Now is the time for you to get your razor handy. Now most frontals have some baby hairs. As you can see, all I did was kind of like comb down. You can push down your baby hairs, make them kind of appear. They're right there on the edge of your frontal, and sometimes they're just very, very long. You just have to cut them. And or you can take some of the hairs and just make your own baby hairs if you want a lot more baby hairs. For this look, I wanted it to be very, very like soft and very wispy. If you're a Caucasian girl, you know that when you put your hair up, sometimes those little baby hairs just don't come up into your ponytail. And I like that look. It just looks like it fell down. So that's the look that I wanted to get, like that soft, 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 you know. My hair couldn't go all the way up in the ponytail, so these are the baby hairs that are hanging down. That's the look I was going for. But again, anyways, you want to make sure that you use your creativity for this look. I also use some Weave Aid, and that's a detangling spray, that pink and white bottle. And because I have dark hair, I'm just constantly checking to make sure that I'm getting these baby hairs down. Because I just sprayed it, it's a little wet. So it's not staying the way I want to, but it will. And all I'm doing is razoring it, and I'm making sure that I have a nice little curvature, because I don't want it all straight and I don't want them to really, really be down. Once it's dry, I'm going to just put them down anyways. But for a frontal, no one tells you that you have to do a lot of customization. You got to fix and pull and tug and just make it your own. So it's not one frontal is made for everyone. You have to just put your little oomph on it. And once you do, it's all good. Like, look at this blonde color. It is a frontal number 613, and it gave me a whole different look. I got my little top knot going on, and my baby hairs are covering, so that way no one knows it's not coming from my head. Anywho, guys, this completes the look. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned to my channel. You've been watching Beauty by CD. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Beauty by CD. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. Bye.